Live from the AM Kevin Studios located in beautiful Ashland City, Tennessee, it's time once again for AM Kevin, featuring evangelist, composer, and gospel artist Kevin Shorey and the entire AM Kevin Club gang. And now, reaching coast to coast and around the world with the message that Jesus is the answer for this world today, is your host, Kevin Shorey.
Good morning and welcome to the AM Kevin Club. I'm so glad you are watching today. It is a beautiful day, a little chilly today. Woke up at 30 degrees and it's supposed to get up to 60, but isn't it a great day to serve the Lord? Bow, bow. It is a great day to serve Jesus. It is a great day to have a program today and to share together. We get to be together. Isn't it great that we can be together every day, Monday through Friday anyway? And we're going to get together with one of our dear friends who'll be online on the phone here in just a little bit, Rick Allen King. I know you love Rick Allen King and his beautiful music. Hope you have some of his music. And I'm glad to see you in the house. Florida won the race today. My Uncle Bruce in DeBary, Florida, made it in first. He beat you Californians today, according to what it says on my thing. So good morning, Uncle Bruce. Lyle out in California, Phyllis in Arizona, Doreen in Michigan, Karen in California, Kim right here in Tennessee, and Ruthie in Tennessee, and Bruno out there in Missouri. Glad to see all of you. It is a great day to serve the Lord. Folks are getting their stimulus checks. Yay, those are coming in. Yay, sing the wondrous love of Jesus. Sing his mercy and his grace. In the mansions bright and blessed, he'll prepare for us a place. Why did I sing that? I don't know, it just popped into my head. When we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory. It's in that, I guess, because I'm surrounded by the hymnals. I got my Assembly of God hymnal. I got my Church of God hymnal. I got my Foursquare hymnal. And I got my Baptist hymnal. Yay. And they every one of them have that song in it. Good morning, Larry. We heard Larry's voice. Thank you for announcing. Adam and Charlene and JT, they're all in the house. JT got to call me. Hopefully we're working out where we can go live or something to that effect on Destiny Television. That would be amazing. We are live every day on the ALG network and out of Mississippi, and it goes around the world. It's a satellite network, and so it's cool. James Marvell was telling me he had texted and said it's cool to watch, or maybe he was on here live. I can't remember now, but he said it's cool to be watching you here on my computer and watching you live on my television, and so it's pretty cool. The modern technology God has for us. And the stimulus checks, by the way, they're tracking them. You can track them and see if yours hasn't come yet, where it is and how soon you're going to get it. Good luck, though, if you don't have a lot of time. Of course, everybody's got time. I've noticed that on all of my Facebook and messages, people are endlessly asking questions, linking to other things. I've seen, everything from all the conspiracy theories of the governments and the worlds and everybody's going to destroy everybody to, the attack on Christianity and the churches and who's doing this and who's marrying this and who died here and who, so it's just like, people have way too much time now on their hands. So I know people have time not only to watch this program, but they have time to what was I saying originally? Well, to watch these programs and to check out. What was I talking about? James saw me on the ALG network, and it was on the. Oh, I know. You have time to sit in front of your computer and wait for the stimulus check. There you go. Or find out or track it if you haven't gotten yours. Anybody got yours yet? You want to do a thumbs up? Let me know if somebody has them. My uncle told me he got his yesterday. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not, but and my cousin got hers so in Massachusetts. And so, Becky, good morning and welcome to AM Kevin. So they're out there, government's trying to do their job. I think they're trying to do the job. I don't know. I don't care for Governor Whitmer in Michigan, but I want to know what y'all thought about just right off the bat. What in the world do you think about her continuing not only a shutdown, but making sure the police, military help keep shut down because there was these protests, and Karen got hers in California. So coast to coast, they're getting them. They're out there. I think 70,000 of them have to be returned. I saw today 70,000 of them have to be returned because 70,000 went to dead people, people that are not still alive. So government at work. There you have it. So if you get yours, it's a miracle. You ought to be praising God. Sing the wondrous love. No, okay, I'm not going to sing again. But do you think she's gone a little bit too far with, making sure people don't leave their house and things are small businesses can't open, and so and she's put in a lot of these other places that seem other things that seem a little strict. Our governor here in Tennessee, I think yesterday, mentioned that schools will not open this year at all. It won't not maybe until the fall. So I don't know. Carol, good morning. Welcome to AM Kevin. I hope you're doing all right out there in Indiana. God bless you. There's a AM Kevin Club member, Miss Carol. She's been for a long time. God bless her. But the number just reached, boom, 22 million unemployed in this nation. So, folks, we need to pray. We need to seek God, turn from our wicked ways, right? And I don't know. I don't think when it comes to lockdown, quarantine, the things that the governors are all trying to do, and considering what their state is going through, everybody has a different rules from Texas, South Dakota, a little bit more freer to tighter in, of course, New York, New Jersey, Michigan, California, the whole state of California. But Kim says the ones on Social Security, I think, is to get theirs the 17th or 18th. Okay. Kimberly J. Barnes, good morning. Kimberly T. Barnes. Ms. Leslie, God bless you. Our schools aren't opening till fall. Right. I think that's going to be most of the nation, actually. But the schools are open, just like folks, the church is open. That they're doing it online, and students are studying online as best as parents can keep their kids in line online. And the church is going forward because the church is not a building. Church are the people, and pastors are ministering through the internet, and you can certainly find a lot of preaching and gospel singing all day long. As a matter of fact, so many different ones sent me the link, but the pastors out at Faith and Wisdom sent me the first. I got it right away because it wasn't until it was just that afternoon. As soon as I finished the show, Bill and Gloria Gaither had done a tribute to our friend Gary McSpadden, and it was beautiful. You need to see that. I just saw it in Bill Gaither's voice. He cracked many times. They were such good friends, and they had love and such respect for each other. And Marilyn is saying, Kim says, you have to wear a mask, period. I think that's what we'll come to get things open back up. And I don't have a problem with that. And I guess I don't have a real problem with this Governor DeWitt. I have a lot of problems with her about different things she said and done about the president, the whole thing. I don't really care for her as far as in the political realm. But as far as this and the protesting, and I know small businesses, but I think the president and others are working on it. He met yesterday with corporate, everybody from Mark Cuban to Condoleezza Rice and scientists, and how they can slowly but surely get businesses back up and running, because nobody wants, the worst part of an epidemic is not only, the worst part is the deaths, period. But not only is that, what adds insult to injury is, the more than inconvenience, the problem of the economic collapse that could happen to a nation. Fritzy, good morning and welcome to AM Kevin. And yes, Miss Patty, it was so very sad. So very sad. We're going to miss him. Oh, I can't believe he's such a strong, vibrant man. It's like my wife's father. Mel was just vibrant and strong and just, virile. You could just, and then just it was like that. And they were sick and then they were gone. But, and that's how I feel about Gary. Gary was like a real man. Gary McSpadden. And what do I say about like a real man? I guess like John Wayne. To me, John Wayne was epitome of, and I say a real man, I just meant, and I don't even mean a macho man, and I don't really mean a real man, because we're all real men. And everybody have different personalities, emotions, and just the way that the chemistry and makeup they're all different, you know. But it was just a rock of a person, of integrity, and somebody you could just say, there's somebody I can trust. There's somebody who will help me through the toughest times. There is somebody that, but is yet is gentle and loving, and never has a bad word. Bill Gaither said it. In 10 years that he traveled with the Bill Gaither Trio and the Gaither Vocal Band, they never had an unkind word. They never had an argument. They never raised their voice. It was, you know. Anyway, Michael, Ron, good morning. Bishop Bruce is in the house. Yeah, Gloria Elliott had great things to say too, and everybody does. Anybody that knew him had great things to say, and I don't know that will be said about me, and maybe not you, but I know there was not I have great words to say about you, of course, but I don't think there'll be one disparaging word about Mr. Gary McSpadden. He lived a life of integrity. Very few, like Billy Graham, and I shouldn't. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm bringing it a positive. That there are men and women out there that you just think of. You have those people. Maybe we should reminisce about that. Can you think of somebody in your life that their whole life, and maybe they're still alive. They don't have to be passed away. Maybe in their life, as you watch their life, they were just a person of integrity, kindness, goodness. You cannot say one harsh word about them. They are few and far between, unfortunately. But not saying that. You know what I'm trying to get at? Do you know somebody like that? Well, let's pay tribute to him. Go ahead, throw it out there, and say, yeah. Larry is giving you the link for that. If you want to push that after the program, watch what Bill and Gloria Gaither had to say about Mr. Gary and Carol McSpadden. And y'all have all kinds of good things to say about me, Kevin. Yes, I do, Patty. Love you, Miss Patty. Patty's been a partner with our ministry in the past, and Patty has been on watching the A.M. Kevin Club almost since the beginning. Hi, Miss Londa. Yes, Londa, I was just going to say, when I saw your name on there, I was just going to say that. Your dad was a man of integrity. You cannot see, there's no scandals involved with him. There's no, that's what I think of Gary McSpadden. That's what I think of Billy Graham. You think of certain people that just ministered and meant so much to your life. I had words with your dad, Lowell. I traveled with you 5 years. But it was correction. He was being corrected to me. I lived with him. I never lived with Billy Graham or Gary McSpadden. So, it's a little different, but I can say I was wrong most of the time, and he was trying to help me. And the things I know now, I wish I'd known not then, and could have been even more of a blessing to Lowell. Oh, I'm going to get crying now, because Lowell and Connie mean so much to me, such a blessing to me. And I was just immature. I was just a young punk. Boy. My grandfather was such a man. That's awesome. I can think of some great women, too. My high school principal, Kim, Roger Hall. Shout out to these people. This is reminiscent. This is the best one. I'm taking the one I had off. I'm putting in that one. Men and women of honor. I can think of so many women. Of course, my grandmother, never a discouraging word. My grandmother, Marion Kendrick, had the disposition of an angel. My pastor's wife in growing up in Florida, Pauline Harthorne was her name. An angel, a saint. She'd been through so much. Later in life, she's still with us. But she would minister with love and kindness, but she's strong. I just love strong, kind women. Londa, don't make me cry now. Come on. I can't even repeat what you're saying, but I love them more, and I miss them so much. Gosh, 2 days in a row of crying. Stop, Kevin. Whew. Patty is saying that your dad came to the AOG in Lawrence, Kansas in the 70s and sang, Pastor Steve and Veda Allen were the pastors then. I still have your dad's cassette tape. Wow. Or maybe it's an 8-track. I don't know, in the 70s. Could have been. That's awesome. And that's another thing about men and women of honor. My grandmother, Pauline Harlan, Lowell Lundstrom, Billy Graham, Gary McSpadden, your principal, Kim, Charlene, your grandfather, they leave legacies. The men and women of honor leave legacies. And when I say strong, I'm not saying as much as the macho thing, But even John Wayne in himself, who is considered a macho man, was a strong man, a rock person. They say he gave his life to the Lord, before he passed away. So hopefully I get to meet John Wayne in heaven. One of my little heartbreaks as a kid was I was in the same area where they were filming out west at one point, and I was told I could actually meet John Wayne, and it never happened, and so I was so let down. So I hope he's in heaven so I can meet John Wayne. But even John Wayne has left a legacy. I mean, his movies and stuff, and somebody you want to aspire to if you're a cowboy for sure. But Gary McSpadden, Billy Graham, these people are. Good morning, Miss Lisa. Good morning. Good to see Lisa Binion. I love Miss Lisa. I love that Binion family for sure. Dave and Nicole, her brother and sister-in-law, are dear, dear people as well, and great talents and anointed of the Lord, and good friends. Robert, Rhonda, good morning. Lowell was TBC. Isn't that the truth, though, Pastor Beatty? It's not the same without him. I'll never forget my first meeting. Wow. Yes, shout out to Lowell. Lowell's been on my hero list. I got my heroes. You ready for some more heroes? These are my heroes, just ordinary people, laying down their lives like angels in disguise. The weak but always willing, the dare to do the hard things, and in the dark and desperate places no one else goes, you'll find the heroes. We need to pray for our nation, pray for our president, pray for our churches. But there's a few heroes. They may not always been on my hero list. Some of them have been on my weasels list. But Ford Company, General Motors, and Tesla have all taken some of their factories. I believe the one in General Motors is like in Kokomo, Indiana, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere in Indiana, I think Kokomo, have taken out, like Ford has taken out their pickup truck factory, one of their factories. And General Motors, Tesla, I don't think they have pickups, but they're factories that have mass-produced cars and parts, have now begun mass-producing ventilators to help people, and they're shipping them out to those that need the ventilators. So I'm told that, on the news, I've seen that. Good morning, Richard, and good morning, Mark. God bless you. Welcome to AM Kevin. And I'm told that we don't need as many of the ventilators now, and so they're going to, what's really cool is because, the businesses have been hurting, that they'll take these ventilators and for the countries that need them now be able to sell them. And I heard the president say that. I thought, this is really cool. This is really cool. Here's something really cool, because on my heroes, usually, I'll have inventors, and it's been a while since I've had an inventor on, and we had two brothers. I believe they're out of Seattle, and Matthew and Joseph Tolles are heroes today. They have invented a smart band. You put it on your wrist, your arm. This is pretty cool. It's called the iMuTouch or the IMUTouch, probably the iMuTouch. iMuTouch. So you put it on, you put this little smart band on your wrist, and if you lift your hand up to touch your face, it buzzes. If you go near your face. So, because you're not supposed to be touching your face. I've got hand sanitizer, I'm fine. But it's a smart band that buzzes when you go to touch your face. I thought, Matthew and Joseph Tolles, salute. Shout out to you. Who's on the opposite end of the spectrum today? Wackos, weirdos, and weasels. Nancy, come on, Nancy. Nancy's back on again. Do I need to even say her last name? Nancy, come on. They are just really, really, you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm going over to my soapbox. I'm going to get on my soapbox. Are you ready? All you see is a chair, and you see ivory soap, laundry soap. Okay. I'm on my soapbox. This is my soapbox. My soapbox segment is now back up and running. All right, are you ready? Nancy, come on. The president has, and I think right to at this point, show that we're not going to take lies and deceit, and they caused death. They caused, between China and the World Health Organization, who are you? Who? They have caused death that was unnecessary because they did not, and whether WHO and China are in cahoots to cover up, well, it's not really suspect. It's not even a question. They did. They knew stuff before they told us. And here's the deal. Well, this is just crazy. Nancy is now saying the president should not take away funding from the World Health Organization. I think Bill Gates is saying it. So, all the weasels start coming out of their holes. And Nancy's comparing it to a Ukraine scandal, which, she says the president was impeached because he did wrong to Ukraine and withheld funding, which he did not, which is a lie. I think she should be impeached for lying all the time. Between her and, well, anyway, Nancy, saying the Ukraine funding, it's the same thing again. We're going to look into more investigations. Again with the investigations. I'm on my soapbox. Will it ever stop? Stop. And then the media, a lot of the media and these politicians are now, he is causing people not to be able to get their checks on time, and checks are not going out, which is another lie. And they're not getting on time because he is so adamant about putting his name on the checks. Have you heard this whole scandal about him putting his name on the checks? I'm sorry, you ever had a brain freeze from ice cream, eating it too quick, or a cold drink? Yeah, I just got a brain freeze. Tired of it. Okay, I'm getting off my soapbox now. Okay, we're going back. Look at the emergency food buckets. You need some. Oh. I'm spilling everything everywhere. I just hit my desk and the water went everywhere. Why do I have water? Let me tell you why I have water. Oh, my notes. Why do I have water? Because we are excited. Larry, get ready. We now have the I was walking away and it looked like I was touching my behind. I wasn't. It was the microphone pack. It was a microphone pack. I wasn't just trying to touch my behind. Okay, just so you know. All right, Jackie, good morning. Lucy, good morning. Marianne, good morning. Yes, we know the Stuart Hamblin, John Wayne story. We've told that here about It Is No Secret. That's true. You know who told me that story, actually? Maybe it was you, Charlene. No, I heard it from somebody else. I know who told me. Check this out. Gary McSpadden told me that story, Charlene. Crazy, isn't it? Gail, Karen, Dennis, good morning. So let Nancy and Bill fund who? That's right. Right? Dennis, you're so funny too. He sends some great memes. He's cracked me up in the past. It's good. I think it's Dennis. I'm pretty sure it's Dennis. But yesterday I really got confused. Jeannie Oswald, who comes on, Jeannie, I was telling her about some friend that we sent a health CD to, a healing CD, and it wasn't even Jeannie. It was our friends from Illinois, Charleston, Joyce. Anyway. So why do I have this glass of water? Because every day, and I thought today I will do it, I will share it with you all today, my daily routine. Are you ready? Even though I've made a mess everywhere, maybe you can see this with my Kevin Shorey Show mug. Of course, you can have an AM Kevin Club mug. We haven't reordered a bunch from China, but we haven't ordered a bunch yet because we haven't had a new AM Kevin Club member in forever. It's just $11 a month if you'd like to sign up. Larry, you can put that address up at P.O. Box 222, Pleasant View, Tennessee, 37146, or go to kevinshorey.com and just sign up for $11 a month. We'll send you your AM Kevin Club mug. Or you can have the sports bottle. Oh, you know what? I could probably do the sports bottle, but then it gets through the nozzle. I don't want to do that about what I'm about to do. But you can have the sports bottle. You can have. I'm trying to hurry real quick because Rick Allen King is doing about 5 minutes to call in. I can't wait to hear from Rick. He's calling in about 5 minutes. All right. So I don't know if Rick's watching, but I wore a special tie just for Rick today and for everybody today because he's musical. I found this. I think I had this back in the Lundstrom days, Londa. It's little keyboard and music notes. I think it's the coolest tie though that I wear. See that? I can't do close-ups yet. I don't have a cameraman. Okay, so this is exciting. Get ready. So it was a lot of symbols and letters and numbers, and now it is optivitahealth.com / and he's going to put it up there, question mark, REF for reference, equal sign. You just got to remember those symbols. Question mark, REF, equal sign, and we're going to work on that too, but that's the best they could do so far. Stuart Hamill's a great uncle of Jeff Whitaker. Wow, awesome. And please pass on, we were mentioning yesterday to Jeff our condolences for his dad. Oh, love that man. He's a great man. And we love you guys. Patty, good morning. Welcome to AM Kevin. So that's Montana Patty. Montana Patty? Missouri Patty. It's always a good day when both Patties are in, right? Here it is, optivitahealth.com / question mark, REF, equal sign, AM Kevin. There you go. And it doesn't have to be in capitals. It all can be in small letters. I checked it out. And I want just optivitahealth.com / question mark, REF, equal sign, AM Kevin. And it goes to the site. And every time, now maybe you bought this from other ministries, Jim Baker Show, whatever, that's fine. And you continue to do so if you'd like to. But if you want to help support us, go to that particular link, and every time you purchase something at optivitahealth.com / question mark, REF, equal sign, AM Kevin, we get credit as well. Oh, I think Rick is calling in. I'm going to have to do the demonstration just a little bit, and I'll tell you about Optivita Health in just a second. Let's see if we have him in the house. Are you here?
Yes, I am here, I think.
You are, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only Rick Allen King. Yay, by phone.
Yeah, I look a lot better on phone, by the way.
Oh, you look great no matter what. How are you doing, my brother, with all this stuff going around?
You know, I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
I really am. It's been stressful and worrisome in a way, but I think we're all going to rise above it. And,
Amen.
God's got it. God's going to help us. God will get us through it.
Yes. And
I firmly believe that in my spirit.
amen. Did you have a lot of the services postponed like they did for me because of all this?
Oh yes. I mean, everything. Just absolutely everything. My whole income come to a complete halt all at once.
Right. That's why I wanted you to call in, because you haven't just been sitting still and letting the grass grow under your feet. You've been posting. I've seen at least 2, right? You've done 2 so far from your house in singing and ministering?
Yes, I have. Doing one more next week.
Oh, excellent. Tell us all about it, the time and how we can find you to watch it.
Well, I'll do it probably next Thursday evening, a week from today. And this time I'm going to do it a little different than the other 2.
Yeah.
First time I did it sitting in my den with the fireplace. The next time I did it in the living room.
Right.
I think this time I'm going to go up to my church and just sit down at the piano and do a little more intimacy.
That's
and
beautiful.
Maybe just do some of the great old hymns of the church, just me and the piano, and maybe even just take some requests.
That's awesome. Y'all need to watch
I've had
that.
a great time, and I had a great response at both of my other house concerts, and and just enjoyed myself.
Oh, well, I enjoyed it. I was ministered to. It was a blessing, and
Thank you.
that's why I contacted you. And what day and time? Because they want to see it live.
Okay, it'll be next Thursday evening,
A
which
week
will
from
be
today.
what will that be? It'll be the 23rd.
Right.
It'll be at 7 p.m.
Wow. I'm going to try to watch again live. And can you do me a favor? I was just thinking of this when you said what date it was. Can you do a shout out, a song for my mom? She went to be with the Lord on the 23rd. It'll be the 4th anniversary of her passing on the 23rd.
I will certainly do that.
Oh, you're awesome.
Be glad to.
You're awesome. I can't wait to see it. And they go on Facebook and just look at Rick. Just type in Rick Allen King.
Yeah, and it'll pull it right up, and there'll be my old ugly mug, as the saying goes, and there I'll be.
Listen, my hair is starting to get more like yours every day because I can't get any haircuts. I got the bushy hair. It's only being held down by a lot of wax right now.
Yes, wax and a lot of hairspray, and but it's another thing. If you got to do it, you just got to do it.
You got to do it.
Yes,
well,
and I'm looking forward to what's coming up.
Yeah, yeah.
I think this is bringing everyone together, bringing the Christian world back to where it should be.
It's so true. As a matter of fact, even a testimony. I'm hoping Ginger. I don't think she can get on live today. She's one of our partners from California, who it's her daughter actually came back to the Lord, gave her life to the Lord through all this. And so,
see, I mean, what better thing can possibly come out of it? Then?
Yes, yeah. There is greatness through all these things, and what the enemy means for evil, God always turns for good every time.
Oh yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yes, and folks, if you don't,
I sing a song. I recorded a song a few years back, Kevin.
Yeah.
Called "He Knows What He's Doing."
Oh, I like that.
I may do that next time. It says he knows what he's doing, and he knows what he's doing, and he's doing it well. His power is greater than any. Let's see, I can't remember all the words, but then the gates of hell.
Yeah.
And just always count on him, and he'll do you well because he knows what he's doing, and he's doing it well.
Whoa! I just got goosebumps. That's really good. He knows what he's doing, and he's doing it well.
And I know one of the lines in the song says, "I'll trust in the Lord no matter what comes, because he's faithful to deliver me. And pain or in trouble, whenever I stumble, he knows just what I need."
Oh.
So if I can remember it, so I'll not complain and trust in the plan that he has to carry me through. He knows what he's doing, and he's doing it well, and he will do it for you.
Oh, that is
that was
appropriate.
written by Darrell Williams, a songwriter, Darrell Williams, and a song. It's an up-tempo, happy song, but there's a lot of power in the words.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of great power. That's great.
Yeah,
that's great. How's Miss Lana doing through all this?
She's doing well. She's like me. She's bored to death. And
yeah.
Of course, we only get out just to run to the grocery store, and we have ordered some pizza in, and
Sure.
we have run to the drive-through at McDonald's once just to get out.
Yeah.
But that's about it. But the house looks good. It's clean.
Yeah. We're going to all have really clean houses when this is all done.
Oh, yes. Talk about sanitary. Are you doing all right? I didn't even ask about you.
Oh, I'm doing fine. It was a tough day yesterday. We lost our dear friend, Gary McSpadden. And
yes. I had met him many times over the years.
Yeah. And so it was kind of a tough day. It really was. But other than that.
He was a great vocalist.
Oh, there's nothing that he ever did that wasn't great. Did I say that right? I mean, he sang great. He did everything with quality and excellence. He helped to form the Gaither Vocal Band. He was the perfect replacement for the Gaither Trio. Yeah, he was a class act. And what a fine preacher.
Someone else died this week that was important to me. You may not remember her, but her name was Peggy Parker.
Yeah.
And do you remember the Kenny Parker Trio from the 70s?
Yes, sir.
Well, she died. That was Kenny Parker's wife. And, of course, they were the first recorders of the great song 10,000 Years.
Wow. Right.
And she passed away, and she was a big part of my life in the 70s when I was really getting heavily involved in the Southern gospel industry.
Wow.
And she was just a wonderful person. So, bad week for gospel music.
Yeah, we're losing too many people too quickly right now, it seems like.
Yes, we are.
But I'm glad you're still around, brother.
They're all a lot better off than me and you are.
Well, that's right. Our sadness is their great victory and happiness. So,
yes.
So we rejoice with them for that. But,
yes.
I'm so glad you called in. You guys, in case you don't know, Rick Allen King, since he's been 12 years old, he's been a soloist or singing and with groups. And then as a soloist in 1998, you went solo. He's a singer, writer, musician. Won the Crown Jewel Award for Southern Gospel Music. You're awesome, brother, and a comedian as
thank
well.
you. I just love what I do, and I believe in whom and what I sing about.
You are a funny comedian. You wouldn't have to have a little story or a little something you could throw out, a little anecdote to get us laughing before you leave.
Well, let me see. One of the funniest things that ever happened to me, I'll tell you real quick, was just a few weeks ago. I was coming back from a date before all this started, and stopped and got some coffee at Dunkin' Donut.
Yeah.
And while I was there, I went in to get it. My suspenders broke inside the restaurant when I ordered it.
I love this
and
story.
one flew up and it hit the lady almost right in the nose. Then I went back out to the car, embarrassed to death, and handed the coffees back into my wife. We had the windows down because it was a nice warm evening. And when I decided to put myself back together after the suspenders broke, I reached around to tuck my shirt and stuff back into my pants. And unbeknownst to me, I had parked right up next to some of the landscaping.
Yeah.
I had grabbed a limb off of a holly bush. And when I pushed that down inside my backside,
Oh, no.
them things started to stinging me on the backside. And I thought some bees or bugs or something had got in my drawers.
Yeah.
And I started screaming and hollering and carrying on like a 13-year-old schoolgirl, and got home and then finally figured out what it was after Lana told me. Got home and had holly bushes and holly berries all inside my pants and everything.
Oh.
I mean, that's what happens to me on the road. Something goofy always happens.
Yes, brother. It's the road is ripe for things like that to happen. I mean, that's just the nature
Well, I
of
mean,
it.
especially with me because I'm a true dumb blonde.
I don't know about all
I
that.
mean, I just am.
I don't know about all that, but you're a great man of God and a great musician and singer.
Thank you, Kevin.
We can't wait to watch on Thursday night at 7 Central Time. He's going to be
Yes.
live on Facebook from his church at the piano. And please
Yes.
throw in a good old gospel song for my mama. That was the day that she went home on the 23rd. So
I
that's
will
what I'll remember to
certainly
watch.
do. And think how fine she is now.
I know. She loved to decorate, and she loved to tell people what to do. So she is
Yeah.
probably bossing a lot of people and decorating heaven as we speak.
Yeah. That's great. Great memories. Great, beautiful memories.
Oh, great memories. Love you, brother. Love to Lana, and I hope that we can get together live again soon.
We will.
All right.
We will. I promise we will.
All right. Bless you now.
And God bless you for all your support and all your kind words over my ministry.
Well, thank you for calling in and taking the time, and I appreciate
You're
it.
more than welcome.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
have a good day, and God bless you. And let's all keep praying.
Amen. And stay away from the holly bushes.
Yes, I certainly will.
We'll see you next time, brother. Blessings.
Hey, have a good day. God
You
bless
too.
you, brother.
Uh-huh.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Rick Allen King, folks. Isn't that awesome that he'd take the time and talk to us today? Y'all need to watch that for sure. He will be on live on Facebook. Rick Allen King. Allen is A-L-A-N. That's the way he spells his Allen part. But if you put in Rick Allen King or Rick King, I'm sure you'll find him. And everybody is helping you with some links here, so you can always go back to this program and get those links as well. Susan and Angela, Dave and Barb, Martha, Keith, Peggy, Alice, Alyssa, my cousin Alyssa is in the house. My cousin, I guess. Cousin. She's my cousin's daughter, right? Because I don't think that's my cousin's. Yeah, my cousin's daughter. Tabitha and my lovely wife is in the house. And Charlene, the 23rd is your grandson's birthday. 23rd is a big day in our family. I enjoyed reminiscing with you all and talking about men and women that we honor for sure. Let's play a little game before we go into our Devo for today. And I hope you liked my little soapbox deal. But I did want to say OptiVita Health. All right, Larry, if you want to put it up again, we'll try this one more time because I got to have my vitamins. I take my vitamins every day. This is Complete Essentials. Used to be 9 a day, and now it's Complete Essentials. Inside, there's 22 essential vitamins and minerals made from literal natural, 29 fruits and vegetables. There are 4 grams of 8 alkalinizing greens, grasses, and juices, 21 full-spectrum plant-derived enzymes, which aid in the digestion of carbohydrates, starches, and gluten, dairy, and other food sensitivities, 15 probiotic strains to enhance immune function and support optimal health, and 23 body-balancing herbs, spices, and botanicals. Even kids love this taste, like me. And what you do is you take out your pack of the day. You all need this. This will get your the vitamins and essentials that you need every day. And you don't have to worry. It's all in one packet every day. Go back. You can research this. You can study it. Go optivitahealth.com/ref=AM Kevin. And Larry's put up the link. And Optivita Health has agreed to, when you get your complete essentials, they have a vitamin D that I'm getting here, and we're going to start taking, and I want you to look into that. But when you do it, they are sending an offering to us as well. So this is complete essentials. And so what you do is you just take, your glass of water. Easy packet opens. It's got the little thingies, so you don't have to, if you struggle with a little arthritis or a little, weakness in your muscles and fingers, and then, all right, so I opened it up, and then I just poured this little, you can put it in juice, smoothies, your almond or coconut milk, because hopefully you don't drink cow's milk. You can drink cow's milk. It's fine if you want to look like a cow. If you want to be as big as a cow, I should say it that way. If you want to grow as large as a cow, not look like a cow. That's just a bad way of saying it. But this is complete essentials. Okay, in the pack, in the water, and I just stir it up. And it has like a fruity. It looks more like vegetables. Like it's spinach, it's kale, it's icky. It's like spinach it's broccoli in a glass, and it's not like that. It's a fruity citrus flavor because it's not only got the herbs and spices and some vegetables. How many fruits? 29 fruits and vegetables. So it's so full of that goodness. And then I pour it out so it double mixes up into but I'm not going to. It mixed up really good. I usually put it in the mug, but I'm going to, right here, drink it down. But you can just feel that it's good for you. It gives me a little bit of energy every day. That's all the different ingredients inside. But it's just so good. Go to, and you know me, I'm not one that tries to sell stuff and peddle stuff and all. They're helping us. This is a gift of health to you for your donation. You go and purchase it on this site, and they're going to give our ministry a donation. You can't lose with the stuff I use. Somebody used to say that all the time. Now I feel healthy. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to sing a song. Before I sing a song, though, let's play a game. Now, tomorrow you want to play the game for sure. Tomorrow, prizes. We're going to give away prizes. All right? Today we're just going to play. We're going to play for the fun of it. Are you ready? Here you go. Jeopardy. We're going to play Jeopardy. Pick a decade that you want a question from. Remember, you can only guess one per question. Oh, you can only guess once. I see some people that guess twice. Only guess once per question. Give somebody else another chance. Answer with a question. No Googling. Pick a decade, your favorite decade that you think you know the most knowledge of. 1940, 1960, 1950, 60s, 1970, 1980, 1990s. I got questions from the 40s to the 90s. So let's pick a couple decades. Ready? Go. Go. Pick a couple decades. Let's play the game. Beep, 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 beep. I can't sing the song yet. While you're picking the decades, I do have some health tips for you today. Besides getting your complete essentials, optivitahealth.com/?ref=AM Kevin. Speaking of Kevin, there's Kevin Moody. And good morning, Kevin, and welcome to the AM Kevin Club. During this crisis, a lot of folks, I noticed that canned foods are off the shelves. Then the canned food section of the grocery stores that I go to, canned foods are gone. A lot of them. Some days are better than others. 60s, we got the 60s. All right, Ruthie says 60s. Let's pick one more. So I thought a lot of people are buying canned foods. There's some canned foods that you should buy. There's some really bad ones. Don't get instant. Anything that says instant anything is full of instant artificial poisons, bad stuff. Instant potatoes, instant pancake mix. Not good. You get the, any of your fruits that are in that, you can do better. And I know, you buy fresh fruit and it goes bad really quick. It just means you need to eat them quicker, that's all. But, and then people are buying Pop-Tarts and strudels and the frozen things, they buy, there's chicken in a can, there's all kinds of, don't do it. There's some of the best things you can get that are in cans is like your fruits, like prunes, but beans, you can get cabbage and squash, you can eat tuna, salmon. These are things that have antioxidants, fiber, protein, healthy fats, and if you're buying a lot of canned foods, it's not just my opinion, it's not what I feel or believe. This is from another study that the best in canned foods is things like that. Milks, coconut milk in a can is really good for you. Of course, oats and any kind of the beans, any kind of the legumes that you can have, your chickpeas and things like that, really, really good for you. You can take chickpeas and put them in coconut oil in a pan, put some of your favorite seasonings on them, and you get these crispy chickpeas. They really are good and good for you. So just some of those things to think about. You need to avoid things that say instant, artificial, especially if they're meats or breaded kind of things. You want to kind of stay with it. As far as frozen foods, they say some of the two worst things you can partake of in frozen. Yeah, frozen vegetables and fruits, good for you. The worst is anything that's frozen, pre-fried chicken or pizza. Rick was saying that they had pizza delivered, fresh pizza. That's great once in a while. That's really good. But you get your frozen pizzas, they are so full of things. Wasn't there one time one company got shut down for a while because there were actually rodent hairs and pieces in the, well, anyway. Yeah. Try to avoid the bad artificial ice cream, and these, I'm not just making a list of things in my preferences. This is what I just saw in a new study that I was just reading yesterday. So, but there are good things that you can get in a can if you had to. Lima beans, there you go. Your spinaches, your squash, any of your greens, your cabbage. These are good. But you can get salmon and tuna, and make sure if you're getting the tuna, they're mercury free and it's fresh, wild caught albacore tuna. Some of those that I've found is supposed to be the best. Okay, so I got the 60s. Is that it? We're just going to do a couple 60s. Anybody got another decade they want to hear a question about? We'll play Jeopardy. Are you ready? Maybe I'll just do Charlene makes her own pizza. I'll be right over, Charlene. Boy, she's such a good cook. Miss Carolyn, God bless you. And Laura Black Wines. Wow. Lynette, good morning and welcome to the AM Kevin. Lyle says the 70s. All right, let's go 60s and 70s. All right, you ready for Jeopardy question? Here's a question from the 60s. Answer with a question. No Googling. It's got to come off the top of your head. And only answer one per question, right? 1968. We're going to 1968 for this question. Are you ready? In 1968, this cost 18 cents. What is it? Do 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 do. Bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Da dee 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 dee. So much fun, isn't it? Bum ba da dee 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 dee. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. You know, there may be more than one thing that cost 18 cents back in 1968, but this, I guess, was the most popular. 1 billion were sold in 1968. Over 1 billion. Over 1 billion. It was 15 cents, and in 1968, they raised the price to 18 cents. What is it? It says, was a gallon of gas? Maybe, but nope, not the answer. 1 billion may not have been sold. I don't know. Bread? No. Or maybe 1 billion was sold of this. What is a postage stamp? That could have been true too. Not the answer here. And it's kind of vague, isn't it? Because I don't know what the price of some of those things were in 1968. I have a book somebody sent me on my birthday one time that has what everything cost in 1963 when I was born. I'm sure there's a thing for 1968. But this was, price was raised from 15 cents to 18 cents in 1968. Over 1 billion were sold. And pickles and ketchup were no extra charge. Somebody gonna get it now? I think y'all are onto something. I'm sure bread, gas, and postage stamps were around the same price. But this was a famous over 1 billion sold. That should have been a little clue. Cheryl, good morning. Welcome to AM Kevin. I'm going to move on to the 70s now. Somebody wanted the 70s. And I'll give you the answer to that here in a second. But are you ready? What is a, nope, Laura Black, it is not a hamburger. It is not a hamburger. It was the hamburger of 1968. Come on now. Wasn't Crystal. Crystal? Come on. 1 billion sold at Crystal's. They can barely sell 100 burgers around the country. Although they're okay. But they don't compare to White Castle. If you put a White Castle and a Crystal in front of me, I'd go to the White Castle. That's right, Karen. Karen got it. What was a McDonald's hamburger? Not Crystal burger. Why would you say Crystal? Ruthie. A McDonald's hamburger. I don't even think Crystal's was around in 1968. They might have been. I don't know. And it wasn't a Big Mac. No. It was just a McDonald's hamburger was 18 cents. I bet you had to really pull out another extra dime for a Big Mac back then. I don't know. 70s. Are you ready to go to the 70s? That was fun, actually. Karen got it, though. Back in 1977, he was a U.S. postal worker, but became better known as this. Bum, 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 bum. 1977. A U.S. postal worker, but became better known as this. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. Do-dee-dee-dee. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. I see Ruthie likes Crystal better than McDonald's, for sure. Dun, 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 dun. I'm really getting hungry now just thinking about it all. All right, in 1977, somebody who picked the 70s. You should be guessing who picked 70s. Was that Pastor Beatty? No, that was Lyle. 1977. He was a U.S. postal worker, but he became better known, became famous, infamous, at another name. He heard voices, loved his .44 revolver, and wrote notes about it. But he was a U.S. postal worker. I don't either one now. No, I know, me either. Whew. But it makes me, I can taste the taste of the burgers. Even a McDonald's burger. I haven't had a McDonald's burger, and I love the Big Macs. But at this point, it's been so long, I would eat just a plain McDonald's burger. Anyway, this U.S. postal worker heard voices and loved to write notes about his .44 revolver. Any guesses on who this was in 1977? What was a psychic? No. He was no, it was not Charles Manson. But this man did kill 7 people and killed 6 people and injured 7 in and had nothing about being a postal worker. But He was better known in 1977 as, anybody else want to guess one more? Oh, I got a Bible trivia and I'm running out of time. I want to do Bible trivia. I have time for maybe one Bible trivia. You ever heard the one about when money was first mentioned in the Bible? That's right. Do you know when money was first mentioned in the Bible? It's when the dove brought the green back to the ark. Green back to the ark. When is high finance? It's all about money. Mentioned in the Bible? When Pharaoh's daughter took a little profit from the bulrushes? Crickets. Nobody's laughing. No. Hello? Is this on? Hello? Is it on? I hope it's on. Hello? Ouch. All I get is ouch. Anyway, the man's name was Son of Sam. Son of Sam was a notorious murderer of 1977. I don't know if that he was caught in 1977, but they started naming him the Son of Sam. And he was a postal worker who killed 6 people, injured 7. Horrible days. You remember Son of Sam? Charlene and Jeannie are not chuckling about Son of Sam. Ruth, you're chuckling because of the joke. Thank you. Here, Bible trivia question. Are you ready? Here we go. You get this. Ready? First one to get this is the winner. Yay. What instrument did David use to shoot and kill a lion? Come on. Well, I got to get somebody to get one. Nobody's gotten one. Well, Karen got the McDonald's hamburger eventually after I gave away when I'm giving away prizes, I don't give away those clues. Just saying. Looking handsome? Thank you, honey. Thank you. Slingshot. Laura Beck-Wines got it. Yay! She got one. Yay! Figured it out, already guessed. You can guess more than, on each question you can only guess once, but you can, anyway. It was a slingshot, yes. Laura Beck-Wines got in there first. She's a faster typer, y'all. She got it in. It was a slingshot. All right, I don't have time for a song, but let me give this devotion away, all right? Are you ready? 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 16. I can't sing the devotion song, though. Word of God speak, won't you pour down like rain, washing my eyes to see your majesty, to be still and know you're in this place. Please let me stay and rest in your holiness. Word of God speak. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 16. Somebody guess, here's Bible trivia. What is the shortest verse in the Bible? What is the shortest verse in the Bible? Somebody guess. You know what I was always told in Sunday school? The shortest verse in the Bible is what? Remember, it's in the book of John. Word of God speak. It's the book of John. Jesus wept. That's right, Laura Beck-Wines. That's what I was taught in Sunday school. Do you know that's incorrect? Now, in English, that is correct. But the literal, actual, I just found this out yesterday. Shortest verse in the Bible is 1 Thessalonians verse 5, verse 16. It says, one verse, rejoice always. You say that's more letters than Jesus wept. But in the Greek, Jesus wept, written in Greek. Rejoice always, written in Greek. In the Greek, it's less letters. 1 Thessalonians 5:16 is actually the shortest verse in the Bible. It isn't Jesus wept. But it's a great reminder to all of us today that rejoicing, it's just as important as the tears. They that sow in tears will reap with rejoicing, with joy. And, I had a lot of tears yesterday. And then I'm thinking about, my mom's passing, which is the anniversary of is coming up next week. And we lost our dear friend, Gary McSpadden, and my pastor and mentor and friend and brother, and I miss him. But it's important as much as the tears as to remember to rejoice. And I thought I'd share that today. Jesus laughs in the Psalms. It says the Lord himself, Psalm 37, the Lord himself laughs. And Jesus would tell stories. And there was humor in all of them. when he said when you hide a light under the in Mark 4:21, he says you hide a light under the bed, and if you hide your light, you're to be a light to the world. But if you hide your light under a bed, it'll burn the house down. That's kind of funny. Told in Matthew 23:24, I wrote a few of them down. Pharisees were filtering out gnats when they were actually swallowing camels, or they found a speck in somebody's eyes when they had a log in their own, Matthew 7:3. Or he talked about casting pearls, throwing pearls, taking pearls, gems, and throwing them into pigs. Or it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle, just to name a few. And look at his creation. I mean, some funny things. I mean, God's made some funny looking animals, everything from a cockroach to a possum to you can name a monkey, or you and me, We must always keep this kind of Jesus in mind too. Not just the Jesus wept Jesus, but the rejoice always Jesus. So that we don't just go into eternal melancholy through our whole life. Because there are some that, think that Christianity is nothing. One lady left a service, I think I was preaching in Georgia, and she left the service all mad, told the pastor that she wasn't ever going to come back to the revival meeting that I was holding because we were just having too much fun. It was just too many people laughing. And, but you see, it's the joy of the Lord. It's the laughter does good like a medicine. It's the humor that Jesus even had in his stories and even in sharing with his disciples and with the people. And it's not only for you and it's good for you as a medicine, but it displays a great example I believe, to the world as well. That it displays hope and joy and peace, even in the worst of times, that we can rejoice always. John Wesley said, "Sour godliness is the devil's religion." And I think that's so good. I love the Wesley brothers, but John Wesley, sour godliness is the devil's religion. Maybe Paul would even add to I don't want to add or take away from the scripture. You can't do that, but maybe he would say to live is Christ and to laugh is gain. I don't know. Even Jesus, it says in Hebrews, so it says he saw the joy ahead, even at the cross. He saw that even through his worst time of suffering for you and me, that he saw the joy set before him, the resurrection and the hope of eternal life for all of us, redeeming all of us. When he thought of the cross, it was the joy that got him through the cross. With his help, we can all get through too, and we will. With joy and God-given humor as a gift, we can endure and hang on to the end, and we can rejoice always. God, help us to rejoice always, to love you, serve you, and to live with hope and love and peace, not only for our healing and our blessing and to help us and those around us, but those in the world can see an example of what it really means to be a true Christian is to know the true joy of Jesus, that no matter what we face, there is hope eternal through you. We love you, Lord, and we give our life to you. And if anybody that doesn't know you, may they find you today and know true joy and peace in their life by accepting you as Lord and Savior. And we'll give you praise and glory for this wonderful day, Lord, that you have made. And your word says that this is the day that you have made. So what are we to do? We are to rejoice always, to rejoice in the Lord. And so we rejoice in you, and we rejoice the joy of our salvation today and every day. Thank you, God, for true joy, not just some made-up momentary happenstance happiness, but true joy every day. We praise you and we bless you today. And we thank you that we can, in the midst of sorrow, in the midst of loss, in the midst of this tough time, this pandemic in our nation, we can lean upon you for real everlasting joy. And the joy of the Lord be our strength. Let it be your strength today. And we'll see you tomorrow. Take us away, Larry.
Good morning. We're glad you could join us.
Good morning. Let's start over again. That would be fun. See you tomorrow.
This brings to a close another edition of AM Kevin. We're glad you were able to join us. The AM Kevin Show is presented Monday through Friday, featuring evangelist, composer and gospel artist Kevin Shorey and the entire AM Kevin Club gang. If you'd like to contact us, you can call us at 844-47-KEVIN. That number once again is 844-475-3846. Or you can write us at Kevin Shorey Ministries, P.O. Box 222, Pleasant View, Tennessee 37146. Our email address is kshorymen@aol.com, and you can also visit us at our website, kevinshorey.com. Join us again next time when we present another edition of AM Kevin. And remember, Jesus is the answer for this world today. AM Kevin is a part of the outreach ministry of Kevin Shorey Ministries, Inc., all rights reserved.